my name is Megan and I'm here today with my September wrap-up. Hopefully I can get this filmed, edited, and everything up before the day takes over into October. I kind of want to get each video up separately, but we'll see how that goes. So, I am here today to talk about the books I read in September. So, I had two books that I was supposed to read in previous months and didn't get to them, and they went to October. And those books are Philip Pullman's The Golden Compass and Ink Death by Cornelia Funke. I have not read either of these books yet, so they're going to be carried over to my October TBR. I just want to get that out of the way before I carry on. I did, however, read the 4 books that I said I was going to read this month, so yay me! I mean, what does that say about my work ethic when I'm auditing myself and doing the thing I said I was going to do? So if you remember, October was my popular reads month. I picked 4 popular books that everyone loved, or a lot of people liked, the really popular books on BookTube, and I just read them because my previous month, August, had just been such a miserable reading month that I'm like, you know what, we're just gonna go with the tried and true. So the first book I read was Morgan Rhodes' Fallen Kingdoms, the first book in her Fallen Kingdoms series. And honestly, I thought this was like a trilogy when I picked it up, and I found out there's 6 books, and you know, it was good. I'm excited to read them. This is sort of like, I get where people, when they say it's a Game of Thrones, I definitely get that feel. It's like a mini Game of Thrones. It follows 3 characters. The first one is Princess Cleo, who lives in the Southern Kingdom. Then there is Prince Magnus, who lives in the Northern Kingdom. And Jonas, who is a commoner who lives in the Middle Kingdom. All 3 of these countries are on a single continent. And the events that happen in the very beginning of the book with Princess Cleo start a chain of events that basically lead to war breaking out. And I am really excited. I actually do not have Rebel Spring yet. This isn't even Fallen Kingdoms, this is the 3rd book. I picked up the 3rd book because I could afford that one, but not the 2nd one. So I'm going to be getting the 2nd book sometime soon, and I'm going to have not only the 2nd but the 3rd, and I can just go on with the series, and yes! Then the 2nd book that I finished was Shatter Me by Tara Mafi. I did not like this one as much as Fallen Kingdoms. I do kind of feel like this borders on the YA that I'm kind of outgrowing. I still love YA, but I'm kind of out of the romance YA. And then I do know very little about it, I do know that everyone loves Warner, and let me just say, Warner in this book, no. This is not a dude who loves, so clearly there's going to be some major character development, or y'all just need therapy. And then the 3rd book that I read is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I did not really care for this one. This follows Kaoru, who is a girl living in Prague, who is an artist. Then one day this angel shows up and just kind of like messes with her life, and things just like spiral out of control. And I do saw the twist. I mean, honestly, it wasn't really that big for me. I wasn't really surprised by it. I mean, I did see it going another way at first, but then, you know, it wasn't terribly big. Honestly, I was very bored with this, and I'm going to say, at present, I have no interest in continuing on with the series. Then the 4th book that I picked was my audiobook for the month, my digital book, and that was The Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare, the 3rd book in the Infernal Devices series. And let me just say, I didn't actually have the physical copy of this book. I had set out to buy it a long time ago. Didn't. And as a result, there's 3 hours of audiobook after the climax. Of literally, like, conclusion, epilogue stuff going on. I was like, what is going on in this? Don't get me wrong, I completely enjoyed it. But that was a lot of stuff that happened after everything was resolved. A lot. I do have to say, though, that I really did enjoy the Infernal Devices, so I will be picking up the Mortal Instruments and going back into them. Definitely not going to reread the first 3 because those first 2, man, they're just going to put me right back into a slump and not want to read it, so I'm just going to go straight to 4. I read 2 things that were not on my TBR. This is kind of a recurring thing. The first is that when I was checking up on my manga, when their releases are going to come out, I found out one of my favorite manga had ended, so I went online and read the entirety of Hiro Mashima's fairy tale manga, the remaining, like, 6 volumes that I hadn't read, 5 volumes, something like that, that basically contains the entire battle, because I was so terribly, terribly worried about spoilers. Because, you know, when a series that's been around for that long ends, you think they're going to be spoilers. I don't know what I was worried about. If any other book series ended a series the way Hiro Mashima ended Fairy Tail, I would have been so mad. But because it's Fairy Tail and it perfectly fits with everything that goes on, I was laughing my butt off. especially because I know that there were people who would be angry with that ending. But oh my god, it was great. So that actually did destroy like some of my feels, because you know, with a series you're just that invested into for so long, and I've been invested in Fairy Tail for like a long, I don't even know how long anymore. It's been years since I started my investment in Fairy Tail, so the fact that it's over, it makes me sad, but I think I'll live. The Fairy Tail ending was one of the factors that led me to my next story. There were several factors in this, because I swore I was not going to get into the series. I was going to be done. I wasn't going to go back into that world and just mess with my soul again. But I did. Guys, I went back into the world of Naruto. When Naruto ended, I was like, I'm done. I'm out. I don't need to go down that road. And I've gone back down that road. I have started reading Boruto. And oh my god, my life is being consumed by this world again. One volume. There's 2 volumes out right now. They only have 2 volumes. The 3rd volume comes out in March. And I'm really trying my best not to just go and read them all on the internet when they come out. I watched the entire anime after I read the manga and filmed my first impression, which is going up in a couple days, sometime early October. When that goes up, oh my god, it's taken over my life. I watched 24 episodes in a day. I've read this like 3 times. I have filmed in a video for this. 1 volume. It destroyed a week of my reading. This. I went down the rabbit hole, and now I don't want to come back. I swore I wasn't gonna do it, and I did it. Alright, that is everything I read in the month of September. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe, and until next time, talk to you later.